Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lamborghini at the Geneva Motor Show 2018. Lamborghini is constantly evolving, and therefore we are very pleased to meet you here on our brand new stand. Last year, we presented the Huracan Performante here in Geneva, and in the video you just saw that this car is at the pinnacle of super sports cars. This is what Lamborghini stands for, because also the new Urus that you see here for the first time at the motor show is a super sports car in the body of an SUV. An SUV, a super SUV, that extends our brand into new dimensions. With Aventador, Huracan, and now the Urus, the family is growing. And today we are going to present a new Huracan Performante where the sky is really the limit. Before welcoming Stefano Domenicali here on stage, please have a look at this video. Thank you very much.
Buongiorno, signore e signori. Welcome on our stand, a new stand, a stand with energy and passion. Energy and passion with a new member of Huracan family, with the same technical characteristic that have you seen before in the video, because this is the natural evolution of the last one that is part of our group. I would say this is once again showing the approach that Lamborghini is having today versus the future. It's a complete and natural evolution of our models. And we don't have to forget, for example, with this family, we were able this year on the motorsport side on GT3 to win the exceptional Daytona 24 hours. So that is another achievement that was very important for us and for our group. This was one of the main reasons of an incredible success that we had in 2017, where basically we achieved an incredible world record in terms of sales, in terms of turnover, and in terms of a new dimension that Lamborghini is heading to versus the future. And I just want to jump in our new stand looking at the Aventador S with a special personal configuration, where you can really do whatever you want with the car that is making the difference versus the future. One incredible element that we are living together with our customer is the fact we are a brand with a lot of attention from the young generation. Our average age is really younger and younger, and this is a great responsibility for all of us. That is giving us the motivation to look versus the future of our brand in our fantastic group. Proud to be an Italian company, proud to be in an incredible group like Audi and Volkswagen, with the fact that last year, at the end of the year, we launched a new car that, as we said, we call it Super SUV, that is projecting Lamborghini versus an incredible and different future. And this is the first time that we see this car in an incredible motor show like Geneva. And I think that we will have the chance later on to figure out what is really this car. Because as we said at the beginning, this is not an SUV, it's a super SUV, it's a Lamborghini DNA in a different way of living the brand. With the family, with the friends, with the fact that it's a car that you can use it in a very friendly way, or you can perform it in different conditions, sand, gravel, track, but at the end of the day, is always Lamborghini. And the claim of this car, since we made it possible, is something that we wanted to use because no one would have thought Lamborghini was able to be in this situation a couple of years ago. So, as always, words are not so important. These are the facts of our brand. This is the fact of our company, and I want to take the occasion to thank all the people, women and men in our company that are putting an incredible effort to make sure that Lamborghini is looking ahead in the right way for our brand. Let's have a look at a video that is showing to us what this car will mean for our brand. Thank you so much and enjoy the experience with us today.
Staying in touch with the rest of the world is no longer impossible, since they made it possible. Building a futuristic city in the desert is no longer impossible, since they made it possible. Discovering new planets able to host life is no longer impossible, since he made it possible. Deciphering the code of life is no longer impossible, since they made it possible. Setting up an accommodation company without any property, or a music platform without producing music, is no longer impossible, since they made it possible. Building a car able to open new roads and possibilities is no longer impossible, since we made it possible. Lamborghini introduces Urus. The super sport utility vehicle is no longer impossible, since we made it possible.
not afraid of change.
It inspires me to be better.
With no boundaries and no regrets.
To explore wide-eyed like a child.
I'm ahead of the curve.
With a new sense of direction.
I want a future that's clean.
Where I feel safe and at home.
With more time together.
And more time for what matters.
More hope.
More possibility.
More to look forward to. Because the care of tomorrow
Is defined by our today.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Vice President, Marketing and Product of Hyundai Motor Europe, Andreas Christoph Hofmann.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The automotive industry is facing a storm of transformation, a storm which raises many questions. And today, we will present answers. We at Hyundai constantly challenge the conventional. This is our driving force, as you know. That's why we are leading future mobility when others are just getting started. We are ahead of the storm. We will launch 18 new electrified cars until 2025. And today, I can announce what they will be. 8 hybrid, 4 plug-in hybrid, 5 electric, and 1 fuel cell vehicle. And 2 of these cars are already here on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a European premiere of Hyundai Nexo and the world premiere of new Kona Electric. Thank you very much. And here, again, you see where others are just talking, we are already delivering. We are truly leading future mobility. People ask us many questions about the future of the car industry, like this one. What will mobility look like? We are developing solutions to enhance people's lives and provide confidence to our customers. That's why Hyundai is cooperating with top players like Cisco. And why we are bringing innovative solutions like autonomous driving. The Ioniq Autonomous has already proven its ability. Now we are taking the next step forward with our partner Aurora. Together, we are demonstrating level 4 autonomous vehicles, aiming to deploy this technology quickly, broadly, and of course, safely. We actively integrate eco-mobility into people's lives with shared mobility programs in Europe, like Ioniq car sharing in Amsterdam or fuel cell car sharing B0 in Munich. So, next question. How do we power our cars in the future? Eco-mobility is no longer a vision. It is reality, as you can see. Our next steps in future mobility are right here. Nexo and Kona. Nexo is our second fuel cell car, a true future utility vehicle. It is the embodiment of our progressive spirit, which sets us ahead of the industry. Nexo connects clean mobility with latest safety and autonomous features, making it one of the most advanced mobility solutions on the market. But we also strongly believe in the future of battery electric mobility. That's why we are sparking up the industry. We combine in one car the 2 hottest trends, electrification and SUV. The all-new Kona Electric is the world's first fully electric compact SUV. And it offers all the practicality customers need for everyday use. Range of 482 kilometers under the LTP cycle. You can drive, for example, from Munich to Milan on one single charge. Power of over 200 PS, and the space of a regular SUV. Overall, it's an accessible and stylish crossover, unseen before in the EV market. With Kona Electric, we have redefined the role of an EV. It can also be the first choice car in the household. Another important question: how will electrification change cars? By 2021, no less than 60% of the Hyundai lineup in Europe will be offered as eco cars. These just shown cars also meet the growing demand for SUVs. In 2 years, 50% of our lineup in Europe will be SUVs. They are led by our new generation Santa Fe. Thank you. It has a very successful history, contributing to more than 1.5 million Hyundai SUVs sold in Europe. The fourth generation Santa Fe will further lift the range and the brand. Progressive design that connects with our SUV design theme, designed to take care of customers' well-being. One of the best-in-class safety packages combined with advanced driving technology. We call it a calm tech SUV. And in future, there will be also electrified versions from this car, like hybrid and of course plug-in hybrid. So, is that all? Of course not. At Hyundai, we never stand still. That's why we are constantly renewing our product lineup. By mid-2018, 90% of our lineup in Europe will be less than 2 years old. This is our aim and our promise. We offer tomorrow's life-enhancing mobility solutions today and make them accessible to everyone. Another question? What will the future car look like? Now, that's a question I would like to give to our design team. So now it's time for a glimpse into the future of Hyundai's design. Please welcome on stage Vice President of Hyundai Design, Sang-Yup Lee. Sang-Yup, good to have you here.
Thank you, Andres. Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. At Hyundai, we have a strong belief that our past, present, and the future are all connected by a common thread called in French, le fil rouge. Our past, the design create a roadmap which shows how we became who we are today. And what we create today will help to define our future. Hyundai design roots go back to 1974, when we launched the two-door coupe concept at Turin Auto Show, the mark in the bird of our design DNA. From its experimental, unique design, distinctive, sporty character was born. This sporty character has been embedded in Hyundai design since the beginning. The question now is, where do we go next? This morning marks the beginning of a new era for Hyundai design. I'd like to sum up this new beginning in just 2 words: sensuous, sportiness. This new theme for Hyundai design that reflects our goal to build beloved brand by creating vehicles with heightened emotional value. Of course, you might be wondering, what does that actually mean? Well, if a picture worth 1,000 words, we have a treat for you. Ladies and gentlemen, our very special concept car, HTC1, Le Fil Rouge. magnificent, isn't it? This is the car, the cornerstone of Hyundai design. Now, let me tell you why. Our definition of sensual sportiness is based on the harmonization of 4 key elements in design: proportion, architecture, styling, and technologies. So first thing is the proportion. Proportion is the backbone of the body. We believe it's the most important elements of all in designing a vehicle. Proportional character of the car is based on what we call the golden ratio. Long wheelbase, short overhang, the big wheel, respectful dash to axle, and a teardrop roofline that set the tone of a progressive EV profile. Now, I want to talk about architecture. We took a new approach, something what we call light architecture. The idea was to create an architecture that generates seamless look. It's so seamless that it looks as the vehicle was drawn with one single line. We also wanted to create an interior and exterior that flows smoothly into each other. The tube architecture blurs the line between two. It creates the same emotional value inside and outside of the car, while also allowing for the lightweight profile. The interior is designed to meet both the driver and passenger's needs. The front passenger seat that maximizes the comfort, even long distance trip, with more ample leg room. The driver's seat is designed to add to fun of driving. Now, a styling. We want people to instantly recognize a Hyundai from long distance. To achieve this mission, our design needs distinctive ambience, harmonize the blend of layered crisp line and a pure volume that create a sensuous tension and give sexy character. Let's move to the front. The wide layered front hood that reveal the presence of the car, while parametric jewel that show next level of our very special cascading grille. It has multiple faces, one for driving with hands on the wheel, and the other for driving autonomously. Lastly, I want to talk about technology. The core design principle for Hyundai designers was to create a design that enabled a seamless experience of functionality. Inspired by aircraft ventilation, a two-way ventilation system blows the air over the curved surface of lightweight tube architecture. We extensively used the revitalized wood and the high-tech fabrics, and we sculpted into exquisite sensuous form to evoke natural beauty with an emotional touch. What's more, the 21.5-inch panoramic display is suspended in a unique way to improve airflow and also add a visual space. Ladies and gentlemen, our vision in design. People around the world have different lifestyles, as well as a different usage for their cars and different aesthetic desires. There is no universal solution. In a way, no Swiss Army knife of car design. Keeping with our special theme of sensual sportiness will give each car a spirit of its own. Our ultimate goal is beyond pure aesthetic, maybe even beyond design. We want to introduce emotional value and a desirability. We'll set the course for Hyundai to become a brand beloved by our very special customer. As you can guess now, this is only the beginning. Best is still yet to come. I hope you enjoy the show. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup and 감사합니다.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attention. We kindly invite you to take photos.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Thierry Bolloré, Chief Operating Officer, Group Renault.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Renault. In 1898, when the world was just waking up to the thrill of the automobile, Renault drove the first direct drive gearbox car up Rue Le Pic in Paris. And it's one of the steepest streets of the capital. At the time, 120 years ago, it was an unprecedented technical achievement, and that moment sparked freedom, passion for driving and racing, and put Renault right in the center of the transportation revolution. At Renault, for 5 generations, we have been making our customers' life easier. Cars today are changing. They are becoming more high-tech, more powerful, and more sustainable. As you see here in our range, where we are showing new engines and updates in Zoe, Talisman, and new engines again in Capture and Scenic. Other major changes are happening in our industry. Connectivity and autonomous driving will increasingly allow people to choose between driving and being driven, which opens up new scenarios for mobility. This is our next revolution. Cars will be owned and shared. At Renault, we are getting ready. We have the right technologies, the assets, and the experience to help shape this future of transportation. We are already developing autonomous drive technologies and conducting several tests with fully autonomous electric vehicles. We are already experimenting and operating mobility services throughout the world as Renault and through our alliance with Nissan and Mitsubishi. Today, we are presenting a vision of mobility services where more efficiency, less congestion, and less pollution is most needed in urban areas. We are starting with cities because the statistics are clear. By 2050, 70% of the population will live in urban areas. Every week, more than 3 million people leave the countryside to live in cities. Cities have seen this coming. Many are becoming smart cities, using information and communication technologies to become more efficient, to improve their services and make their citizens' life easier. That's the starting point of our story today. We are about to show you is the first act of our mobility trilogy. This is the year we will explore what mobility services of the future might look like in many different scenarios. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to present Renault Easy Go, our electric, connected, shared robo-vehicle concept. Here we are. Renault EasyGo is a concept robo vehicle built for the city. It's a car and it's a service. It's a concept that shows a vision for a 24/7 on-demand, zero-emission mobility solution. It's for city residents who are constantly on the go. It provides an enjoyable, practical traveling experience while contributing positively to urban quality of life. It's clean. Fully electric, EasyGo is zero emission. It's safe. Fully autonomous, EasyGo is reliable and reduces the risk of accidents. It's efficient. EasyGo eases congestion and reduces traffic. Fully integrated within the city, it will act either as a complement or an alternative to buses, subway, private cars, and all other transportation systems. It's consistent with the Renault Easy Life brand promise. EasyGo could be ordered through an application or through physical stations. It has the comfort and flexibility of an individual car while providing a hands-off, worry-free, safe travel experience such as the one you get on public transports. Passengers can spend their traveling time reading, working, or talking to each other. It's affordable. As a shared service, EasyGo offers a highly competitive price per kilometer ratio, and it's meant for all. This robo-vehicle concept is designed to be used by everyone. People who can no longer drive, people who cannot yet drive, or who are unable to drive. EasyGo can be used for a ride alone, with a group of friends, with family, or shared with other users. In short, EasyGo is an urban electric robo-vehicle concept that can be tailored for public and private services. This is what tomorrow's transportation could look like, and we are excited to take part in this new mobility revolution. Now, I'd like to welcome Lorenz Vordenacker, our head of design, to tell you more about how EasyGo has been imagined in the face of changing urban mobilities. Up to you, Lorenz.
Merci, Thierry. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, our fully autonomous robo-vehicle concept still looks like a car and not like a box on wheels. We believe that driverless shared vehicles should be attractive and can even become iconic. What if EasyGo became part of a city's calling card, like the yellow cabs in New York or the black cabs in London? What if EasyGo was customized for an airport or an hotel, driving clients wherever they wish to go? What if EasyGo created new transportation options for your grandparents or your kids, picking them up from home and driving them wherever needed? This is how we imagine our robo-vehicles contributing to society in the near future. As Thierry Bolloré said, EasyGo is a car, but it's also a service, and it's integrated in the city. Our vision goes beyond the car itself. We also thought about the surroundings and how EasyGo becomes part of it. As you can see, the ride can start from dedicated pickup and drop-off points. Being green, livable, and natural, these stands blend into an environment. As for EasyGo itself, its innovative architecture is designed to echo the cities. It has white glazed surfaces that mirror the cityscape while giving the passengers a full panoramic view of the city outside. It's really a window onto the city. It's transparent, and it's a cozy, friendly place. Our first robo-vehicle concept is deliberately shared. At Renault, we like to provide mobility for all. Our cars are meant for everyone. Up to 6 people can sit in EasyGo, and you can imagine a private service catering to working people or to parents with kids. EasyGo could be shared by individual passengers or privately among a group of friends. Once you are inside, EasyGo is a true cocoon where people sit together. We could have chosen to give everyone their own private bubble, but we chose to design a warm, welcoming space for people to share a journey. It's friendly, and it's really meant for all. We focused on access, true to our company's vision to create mobility for all. Whether you are holding bags, pushing a cart, on crutches, or even in a wheelchair, everyone can enter EasyGo easily and on his own. That is why we designed this unique kind of access. EasyGo is open, cozy, meant for all and protective, and its dedicated pickup and drop-off points allow everyone to get in and out safely. But traveling in EasyGo is safe too. Autonomous car technology leads to fewer accidents, and it's also safer for the people in the vicinity. We use AD lighting signature and messages on the strips to help communicate with surrounding vehicles and pedestrians. EasyGo, this way, is true to Renault's French design and Easy Life brand promise. Mobility services will be an exciting complement to our range, which we have just renewed to become even more electric, connected, and autonomous. Our demo car, Symbios, is a concrete real-life proof of our know-how at Renault. It shows what being on board a level 4 autonomous drive car feels like. But now we are prepared and thrilled to prepare the future beyond the individually owned car. EasyGo explores Renault's vision of what shared mobility in cities could look like. An electric, connected, autonomous, and overall attractive robo-vehicle meant for all. At Renault, for 120 years, we have been making cars for people who love to drive, and now we are working on solutions for people who love or need to be driven. EasyGo is the first step we are taking this year. Later this year, you'll see more from us on next-generation mobility services. We are excited to drive the future. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Thierry Bolloré and Mr. Lawrence Vandenacker will now be available for photographers in front of the vehicle.
Ladies and gentlemen, the new 911 GT3.
Absolutely thrilling, isn't it? You know, when we talk about the Porsche genes, we need a reference. A car in our current range that carries the code most clearly. And here it is, the new Porsche 911 GT3. Our motorsport-inspired cars are more than just a badge and a name. The new GT3 is built in the same facility as our GT3 Cup cars, created by the same team, tested on the same track. Its naturally aspirated 4-liter engine produces 500 horsepower and is virtually unchanged from the Cup car. The new GT3 uses intelligent lightweight construction, active rear axle steering, and an aero package led by the trademark carbon rear wing. So it handles like the Cup car too. In a sometimes sanitized age, the GT3 offers a driving experience which is completely unfiltered and pure Porsche. This is underlined by that fact that we will once again offer the option of a 6-speed manual transmission in the GT3. The 7-speed PDK comes as standard. Equipped with PDK, the new GT3 accelerates from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 3.4 seconds. But the GT3 isn't just about the numbers. It's about that direct connection between car and driver. It's rare these days. GT3 customers really crave that feeling. So we've listened to them, and we will offer this GT3 with a manual. Whichever transmission you choose, you will get a road-going race car that feels truly alive. Speaking of race cars, it's my pleasure to welcome on stage a man who is not only a Porsche brand ambassador and a world endurance champion, but also a lifelong Porsche enthusiast and owner.
Please welcome the Porsche brand ambassador, Mr. Mark Webber.
Hi Mark, welcome on stage.
Thank you.
So tell us, you're a racer. What do you think about the new GT3?
Well, I'm always excited when we have a new 911, but also with the GT in front. It always gives you a bit of goosebumps, to be honest. So it's a street car. It's with street plates on it, but it's racing heritage. So we're excited by that. It's got an incredible amount of performance. We know that we've had with even if you look back to the 70s, the 2.7 RS, the long history here to have these type of cars with race derivative backgrounds that we can put onto the road. That's what the customers love.
Mark, let us talk about racetrack and roads. How close does this GT feel to the GT3 Cup?
Well, it's unfiltered, really. I mean, we have a very similar engine, of course, built in the same place by the same people from our Cup car, which is pretty exciting. And the engine, obviously, is a huge part of the driver performance and the interface for us. So we're excited by that. Obviously, you have the choices for some lightweight construction as well. And also, my choice, if I have a chance, which I've done on some of my GT cars personally, is to select the sports bucket seats to make it a bit lighter, things like that, give it the real race experience.
Yeah, now I have the $1 million question for you, PDK or manual? What do you think?
Tricky. I'm a PDK man. I know it's maybe a bit controversial, but I love the PDK. I mean, it's been developed on the racetrack over so many years, and it's super fast. I can't change gears as fast as a manual box, so the PDK does a great job. Also on downshifting, people forget that. It's upshifting, but also on the downshift, it's very, very good. But what we do know is people have a big affection to the manual box and the emotion of this, so that's why they have a really nice choice to have that choice with the manual box now on the new GT3.
Okay, at the end, let us talk about electromobility. With the Le Mans winning car, you helped us to develop our e-hybrid system. What do you think about it in the new Panamera?
This one's personally very important to me, and I saw this technology from day zero, and what we've managed to achieve with the 919, also with some DNA from the 918. So that's very, very special for us to see the range of the electric component. Massive horsepower, like you said, combustion engine and electric side, we're looking at 680 horsepower, which is phenomenal, as you say, class leader. And we are continuing to work on these technologies with our motorsport programs. It's very, very important. The 919 is testing today, and we continue to learn and make sure that we understand these technologies going forward.
Okay, Mark.
Thanks.
It was a pleasure having you on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us and have a good day.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Porsche executives are now available for photo opportunities on stage.